Perfect. All right. Mr. Jones, I'm going to place you under oath.
Please raise your right hand. You do solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give in this action shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
May I please have you state and spell your first and last name for the record?
Cash, C-A-S-H, Jones, J-O-N-E-S.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Arnold, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Jones, what was the amount that you paid for the bail bond premium in this case?
112,000. It was 15% of whatever the 750 was.
Okay.
112,000 and some odd dollars.
And $500, is that correct?
112,500. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And you paid that out of your business?
Yes, sir.
And what's your business name, sir?
100 Entertainment.
And you're the sole owner of that business, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And that business is a business license to do business in the state of Nevada.
Yes, sir.
And how long have you had that business?
Roughly 8 years, maybe.
And again, you used the proceeds from that business and you provided us with the documents showing that those amounts were taken from your business account. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
How do you know Mr. Davis, sir?
I know him through passing. I know his son. I know him. We sat down, we talked a few times. In general, about personal things. He was having this bout with cancer, and personal things, industry stuff. Just regular conversation. He's always been a monumental guy in our community. Conversation. So and I've helped several people in our community, whether it was funerals, whether it was for bail. In this situation, I know his cancer has been, I don't know if it's come out of remission or within speaking with his son. I know he's having an issue in there, so I'll let you help it in.
We appreciate that, sir. Sir, are you deriving any benefit financially from Mr. Davis's release?
I know that.
All right, I have no further questions, John.
State cross-examination.
Yes, do you need me to stand at the podium because of the blue jeans aspect, or is sir, you're in the entertainment business, is that right?
That's one of my businesses, yes.
Sure. And you also go by the moniker Wack 100?
Yes, I do.
And one of the things that you do is manage, some artists like The Game and Blueface, etc.
Yes.
And where do you live?
I have a residence in California. I have multiple residences in California, Oklahoma, as well as New Jersey and New York.
Okay. And is it fair to say that the last 4 digits of your phone number are 6979?
6979.
Okay. All right. I want to turn your attention. We were provided a letter by Mr. Arnold that said that you had known Mr. Davis and his family for many years. Is that right?
Yeah. I mean, they're a pillar of our community, especially the urban community.
Well, I think let me clarify. You said I have been a good friend of Mr. Davis and his family for many years. Is that right?
Well, I know his sister. I know him. I know his son.
When did you first meet Mr. Davis?
Oh. In passing, maybe about, 8 years ago, maybe.
When did you become good friends with Mr. Davis?
Good friends with a lot of people.
I'm sorry, when did you become good friends with Mr. Davis?
The day I met him, the day we shook hands. We come from our upbringing, we come from the opposite sides of the track. So, in my travels over the last 25 years, of coming from the gang life and making my exit from being a gang banger. Anybody that I meet that's willing to sit down with me and be cordial and be respectful, I'm going to consider a good friend.
All right, and so the other thing you say in the letter that Mr. Arnold provided to us is that the money is a gift and Mr. Davis is not obligated to repay. Is that right?
That's right.
All right. Do you have any contract between you and Mr. Davis?
Not as of yet.
Okay. Do you have any financial agreement with Mr. Davis?
Not as of yet.
Do you have any financial agreement with his son?
No, I don't. I want him to come work for me. That's what he want to do, to try to get him out the streets.
Now, so are there any stipulations that you have with Mr. Davis in order to put up this money for him?
Well, my stipulation with the bail bond, but I definitely want him to be on house arrest to protect myself.
Now, have you ever said you were thinking about getting Mr. Davis out with the stipulation that you do a series with him?
We've had talks and conversations just about what would be a series, as of the BMF series, and just in question, in general conversation, talking about his life story. But I'm not in TV land, I'm in music. I don't do TV.
Okay.
I've never done a television show or any of that. I do music streaming, diapers, stuff like that.
Okay, so I just want to be very clear about this. Have you ever stated that you planned on getting Mr. Davis out as long as he did a stipulation with you to do a television series with you?
Oh, I have said this story would be a very interesting story. As if Orlando Anderson's story would be a very interesting story. As if the BMS story, as if my story. We talk about it, everybody talks about it, but again, that's not my lane. If that's what he chooses to do, then that's what he chooses to do. That's not what I do.
And you had mentioned earlier, you had agreed with me earlier that the last four digits of your phone number were 6979, correct?
6979, yes.
And you've had at least one conversation with Mr. Davis via jail calls, is that correct?
One call, yes, I spoke with him one time.
And as part of that time, you asked Mr. Davis whether or not he had signed the contract, is that right?
Yes, I did.
What contract was that?
His life rights contract. Somebody told me he had did a life rights deal, and I was asking him why didn't they come assist him.
And so you didn't ask him to...
His life rights contract. Somebody told me he had did a life rights deal, and I was asking him why didn't they come assist him.
And so you didn't ask him to send you his waiver of his life rights to you, have you?
No, I mean, at the end of the day, again, that's not my lane. That's not what I do. I do music.
And I'm gonna have to play some exhibits later, Your Honor, but in terms of if someone were to say that this money put up is not entirely for you, would that be the truth or a lie?
Say again?
If someone were to say that the money provided here to bail Mr. Davis out is not from you, would that be the truth or a lie?
Be a lie.
Okay. If someone...
I didn't send the money, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Saying I'm not the one providing the funds?
Yes.
Yeah, that would be a lie.
If someone said you are being used as a front, would that be the truth or a lie?
That would be a lie.
If someone says you are a middleman in this transaction, would that be a truth or a lie?
That would be a lie.
If somebody said that there's a movie company putting up the money for you, would that be the truth or a lie?
What company?
A movie company.
No, that would be a lie.
Okay. So your testimony is you're not a middleman.
I'm not what?
A middleman.
No, I have no contracts with any movie companies. I've never had a contract with a movie company. I've never done television. It's not my thing. I'm actually moving out of entertainment into the diaper business. I have a company called Incredible Diapers. I have contracts in Congo, Nigeria, Amazon, Walmart employment, so I'm really moving away from entertainment. These are things I can provide documents, MOUs, contracts for.
No, and I appreciate that, Mr. Jones. Your Honor, I think I'm going to have, I don't know how mechanically we want to do this. I have a video featuring Mr. Jones talking about the stipulations that he would require.
Let's do the interview.
Yes. And then I also have a couple of jail calls talking about signing a contract with Mr.
You just play them, and then they will play from your computer, and they will play through the speakers.
I think for this witness in particular,
Have you ever met Keefe D?
I'm going to stop it for
You
a
know a
second.
person? Yeah.
You want to authenticate that with them.
it's going to be
Vlad TV interview.
Yeah, so you agree that you did a Vlad TV interview, is that right?
I work for Vlad, I'm contracted to go to Vlad, I go there like every 2-3 months.
In fact, you did one about a month ago, is that right?
1 or 2 ago, maybe something like that, yeah.
Okay, and I think Mr. Arnold,
About 2-3 months ago, yeah.
I think Mr. Arnold will stipulate that the person depicted as Wack 100 is Mr. Jones.
Right.
Okay. All right, so I think we have foundation for the Vlad interview for 21. You may play.
His lawyer did an interview recently and said Keefe D is a liar. He made up all this stuff just to make some money for people like, me for interviews and to get out of a serious drug case. He was never in Las Vegas. All this is fake. And he's not connected to Tupac's murder at all. Yeah, I believe him. You believe him? Do I believe him? That's up to law enforcement. That's I'm not gonna say. That's up to law enforcement. He's home in the next one. I'm thinking about going to bed now. You gonna bail out Keefe D? Yeah, it's only 75. Well, it's $1 million. Well, I make 750. 750, so you got to put 75. Yeah, I've been thinking about going to get him and what the stipulations that I do the series on. People are watching. Yep.
Mr. Jones, did you hear that interview?
That's the interview.
Yeah, and it's fair to say that...
You understand, Vlad?
Wait, sir. You can answer my questions. I'm sure Mr. Arnold has questions for you. You can answer them as well. So it's fair to say that you said you would bail Mr. Davis out as long as he follows some stipulations, correct?
I know it's just entertaining with Vlad.
Sir, my question simply requires a yes or no answer. Did you say that you would bail out Mr. Davis, assuming he follows some stipulations?
With Vlad, me and Vlad discussed that. We discussed what we're going to do before we interview. Now, everybody knows that about Vlad.
And in fact, you said that you would bail him out in return for an agreement to do a series on Mr. Davis's life, correct?
That's what I said to Vlad, but Keefe D is already involved with somebody. With that, I believe, with his book. I have no contracts with him or no dealings with him on that.
Okay, so you're saying what you said is just not true.
We have, before you go on Vlad, you have a discussion about what you're going to talk about, what needs to be said so we can drive the views. There's nothing about Vlad or nothing about YouTube that says that we're being truthful about what we're saying. We're entertaining. I'm just, being truthful, which I do a lot of interviews. I do interviews every week on No Jumper, and we sit there and we BS about things and we exaggerate things or we make up things. But it's a view thing. They pay you for that.
Okay, so you are exaggerating or not telling the truth when you're on Vlad TV.
I mean, you see the number I gave wasn't accurate. If I was going to, that's what the conversation was, I would have gave